Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder of Landscape Marketing Hero. And today I want to share with you 3 reasons why you need a CPA to grow your landscaping business. And that may sound a little bit weird if you're starting out or if you haven't worked with a CPA before, but I'm just going to share the personal lessons that I've learned having done it the wrong way, a very ineffective way that cost me a ton of time and money and pain, and what the difference is from doing it that way to doing it the right way and having this really critical and important, crucial part of your business support in place. So stay tuned and I'll share that with you. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. Getting the help and support that we need in business and in life is something that is sometimes hard to ask for if we don't kind of understand the process or we don't have the right mindset for it. But I want to give you a little bit of a different example before we get into talking about using a CPA, and I'll kind of break down some of the lessons I learned there as well. But I want you to think for a minute, maybe you've done this or maybe you consider doing this. Maybe one of your goals, this year or in the coming years, like, man, I want to really get in great shape. I feel like, from working or, from getting older or whatever the cause is, you just don't feel like you're quite in the physical shape that you want to be anymore. And so there's 3 options you can choose as far as accomplishing that goal. The first option is you can say, I'm going to work out on my own. Maybe I'll go to the gym. Maybe I'll, get some equipment at home. I'm going to work out by myself. So that's your first option. The second option is, you know what? I know that I have, a couple friends who might be interested in this. So I'm going to find somebody to work out with, a few times a week or daily or whatever you decide. And they'll go to the gym with me or, come work out at my place or whatever you decide there. And then the third option is you can choose to hire a professional trainer who is going to help you work on specific things and get really specific results. Now, I think it's pretty obvious that if you have specific health goals and you have a certain amount you want to lift, or you want to get to a certain strength level, or you want to physically look a certain way from working out and being healthy, that the fastest path would be to hire the professional trainer, right? Because that's what they do for a living. All they're going to be focused on is your goals and helping you get there. The second best path would be, to have a buddy to work out with, but odds are you might hurt yourself if you overdo it lifting. You might not get quite as targeted workouts, but you would still have the accountability and support of saying, hey, to your friend, let's meet up 3 days a week and let's lift 3 days a week, or let's run, or let's go for a walk, or let's go to the gym, whatever you decide. You'd still be getting better results than doing it all on your own. And that's a pretty simple example that I share with people, and, I can understand it. So I can understand it. I think it's pretty simple. But in business, sometimes we think that things are different. Like, oh, I'm just going to do everything by myself. And when we think that way, all we're doing is cutting ourselves off from the speed of results that we can get. We're cutting ourselves off from accountability and support. And so the first thing to really think through is when you're thinking about getting an accountant, a CPA, to work with you, is stop thinking of it as a cost and start thinking of it as an investment. The reason for that is, when we have accountability, when we have support, it makes us stronger. It makes us stronger in business. It helps us make better decisions. And I don't want you to be foolish like I was and try to do your own taxes. Taxes in our country, for whatever reason at this point, we're not going to get into that, are super complex. there's a lot of options of how you can get, write-offs and discount things and get money back from the taxes you pay. There's also things that if you're not aware of, you can create huge liabilities for yourself in the future. And when I was doing my own taxes, my own bookkeeping, my own accounting, all I did is dig myself a giant hole with the IRS because I didn't understand some of the technicalities of how I was supposed to pay taxes and do things. I also unintentionally didn't pay sales tax and commercial activity tax, and it took me years to clean that up. It was just because I was foolish and thought, oh, I'll just handle it myself. I don't need support and I don't need anybody. And so I would encourage you to not do that. If you're doing that today, realize that a small investment every year with a qualified CPA that knows how to work with landscapers like you is going to save you time and save you money, and you're going to get the expertise you need. The second thing to really pay attention to is not only the first thing is just outside accountability and support, just like in any area of our life, will help us move forward, just like the gym example. The second reason to really pay attention to is that your CPA can give you industry knowledge that really isn't talked about publicly. They can say, yep, typically for landscapers in our area or the landscapers I've worked with, if we look at their revenue, X percentage, maybe it's 20 or 30% or 40%, they would know because it would be specific to your area and your business size. So let's just say it's 30% for a simple number. They may say 30% of your revenue should go to labor. And then when you say, okay, I'm going to do $1 million this year, then, about, 300,000 or so of that money is going to be for payroll. And I know where I should be at. And this much should be for, materials. And I'm going to set this much aside to pay my quarterly taxes. And these are my payroll taxes. And so they're going to know, here's the general rule of thumbs that you should follow. And if your business, let's say it was 30%, again, talk to a CPA because I'm not a CPA and I can't give you that advice. All I can say is I know you'll be better when you work with one. But let's just say the labor percentage of your total revenue is supposed to be that 30% or whatever the number is. If you're under it, you're in great shape. Oftentimes, though, in my experience, I've been over that margin. And then I can say, okay, how can I be more efficient? Do I need to raise prices next year so that I get my percentages in line? Do I need to improve the efficiency of our routes? Do I need to figure out how I can get our crew leaders to move quicker through jobs and still maintain the same quality? When you have a target to hit and you have a trainer, a support person, somebody who's holding you accountable, which is the CPA in this sense, they're going to help you hit those margins and really be in the place where you can grow profitably. The third reason why it's really valuable to have a CPA, and this applies to a lot of areas in business, not just taxes and accounting, but specifically here it's so important because if you don't do taxes and accounting well, you will quickly go out of business or get yourself in massive legal trouble, which I have done too. You don't want to do that. When you pay for strategy and accountability, you grow faster. And the reason for that is you're not actually paying the CPA. Yes, they're going to cash your check or take your credit card payment, but you're actually investing in yourself. I always remind our clients when they're working with us in our masterminds, when you pay for coaching and consulting, you're just investing in yourself and you're paying yourself to show up and improve your skill level. You're paying yourself to gather more knowledge. You're paying yourself to learn about how to manage these different areas of the business with qualified experts in each department and each area. And so it's really critical that we stop thinking about having a CPA as a cost or a pain or a difficult thing that we have to spend time or money on that we don't want to spend, and flip it around and say, awesome, here's an investment that if I use this investment in this tool and this person who's here to support me well, then it's going to help me step up and scale the business. It's going to reduce my risk and liability. And I'm just going to be in a stronger position so that when hiccups come, when challenges come, I know that I'm safe and I know I have a plan to get through. And so just to recap the 3 reasons why I would really encourage you to immediately do it today, do it this week, get in touch with a CPA if you're not working with one, is that outside support and accountability makes us so much stronger. The second thing is your CPA is going to know more about the financials in your industry than are talked about publicly, and it'll be clear and accurate, and CPAs love numbers and love all that money stuff, and so they're going to give you really specific details. And then the third thing is when you pay for strategy and accountability, you're going to grow so much faster because you're just investing in yourself, just like we talked about yesterday on the show. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I would encourage you to take that step if you haven't. And if you're not happy with your CPA, that's okay too. Find one that you feel is a fit for you, but don't give up on the idea simply because you just connected with somebody that really wasn't aligned with who you are and where you're going. If you need any support with this, or you have questions, I actually have a wonderful CPA that works with landscapers that I can definitely refer you to. They work all around the country, and they've done not only a phenomenal job for me, but so many of our clients. You can reach out at landscapemarketinghero.com, and I can point you in the right direction. I appreciate you taking time to tune in today, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show. If you're ready to begin your journey up the Green Mountain, where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketinghero.com.